Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. Julius Randle is feeling very confident with the addition of Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. Let's talk about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. We all know the Knicks had upgraded their offense with the acquisition of Kemba Walker, the four-time All-Star Kemba Walker, I may add, and the French sharpshooter Evan Fournier. Well, Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, they was brought in to replace the ineffective Elfrid Payton and the New York Knicks' top perimeter defender, Reggie Bullock. He will be missed. That's what I would say. His defense was part of the reason we was ranked so high this year. Well, Elfrid Payton, he signed with Phoenix Suns, and at first I was kind of surprised that Phoenix Suns wanted him, but then I thought about it because the way they lost in the finals, they could use his defense. They could use his defense, so I guess the signing was good for them. I don't know what he's gonna do on offense. We all seen what he did, and we didn't like it. Reggie Bullock, we know he signed with the Dallas Mavericks, and he kind of took a shot at us. And when he signed and had his little press conference, but it's okay. It's expected. That's what players do when they move on to other teams. You know, I guess that's the way they feel that they have to fit in with their new team. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought about, like, other than Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks got a whole cast of Knicks players. You know what I'm saying? Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, the so-called unicorn, Trey Burke. I don't know if he's still playing, but I know he was on that team. I gotta check their roster. Like I said, Reggie Bullock signed with them, so we'll see how that work out. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Knicks are hoping that the tandem of Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier can bring more offense to the Knicks. You know, especially because the way they went out the playoffs, falling 4-1 in the first round. You know, they people probably thinking that we're building a team to compete with the Atlanta Hawks, but we're not. We're building a team to win the championship. We may not be there this year, but it's going to be a hell of a show in Madison Square Garden. I bet you that. I bet you that. Trust me. As I'm gonna go on. Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, they combined 36.4 points together and almost close to 10 assists last season. And I can see why Julius Randle feeling confident, because that's a huge upgrade over Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock, what their average points together combined was 21 points and assists. Them two, and Elfrid Payton's supposed to be our point guard, 5 assists. That's their average combined together, 5 assists per game. So either Elfrid Payton was getting 2 assists or Reggie Bullock was getting 3 assists. You see how I put Reggie Bullock ahead of Elfrid Payton on assists, but Elfrid Payton was the one who probably was getting the 3 assists, probably 4 assists, and Reggie Bullock 1 point something. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't rational out. I'm just telling you what they average together, because I'm comparing the two players to the other 2 players. But let's be honest, Evan Fournier, he's a more dynamic player. I didn't mean to just jump off beat like that, but I just started thinking about a point. Evan Fournier, he's a more dynamic player. Not only is he more dynamic, he's a shot creator, and that's something Reggie Bullock is not. And with the addition with these 2 players, think about it. Randle, all the offensive burden is going to just slide off his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Because you seen how he was shackled last season. So this year, when he come into the season and get on the court, he ain't got to worry about being double and triple team, because there's going to be Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. Somebody he can pass the ball. And I'm hoping R.J. Barrett come in and do the same, be just as effective as we hoping Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier be. Alright? Alright, hold on, a little hot, lights get to going, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about that. Alright, my fellow, how could I say it's my fellow Knickerbocker, or should I say my fellow Knick Cave dwellers? My biggest fears is, though, even though the Knicks has addressed our biggest weaknesses on offense, I think the defense might suffer just a little bit. I'm hoping it don't. It shouldn't, because we were ranked number 4. But the perception around the league is that the Knicks defense will suffer. And they have some stats to kind of back that up, because, like I said, I was wondering why Phoenix Suns signed Elfrid Payton, but then I will give you a reason why. Because Elfrid Payton was ranked 4th among all point guards in ESPN defensive real plus minus with a 2.5 DRPM. And for those that don't know what a DRPM is, how can I break this down? All right, let me see. The DRPM is the player estimated on-court impact, team defensive possession measured by points allowed, 100 defensive possessions. So Elfrid Payton was ranked 4th among all point guards. So like I said, I see why Phoenix Suns picked him up, but he don't really average that many points or assists. So I don't. They're not getting for it. I guess, you know, when Cameron Payne come to relieve Chris Paul, Elfrid Payton probably be / point guard shooter. I don't know. We'll see how that work out when we watch some of them games. And compare Elfrid Payton to Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker was ranked number 30th with a 0.30 DRPM. Reggie Bullock, remember I said he was the Knicks' best perimeter defensive player, and he ranked number 2nd among all small forwards with a 3.7 DRPM. I got a little tongue twist up there, excuse me. Like I said, and compare Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier was ranked number 26 among shooting guards with a 0.16 DRPM. Wow, but there's a bright side. Because R.J. Barrett was 3rd in shooting guards with a 3.00 DRPM. And on a little side note, R.J. Barrett is expected to be moved over to small forward, and Evan Fournier will be our shooting guard. That's just what I'm hearing through the grapevine. Nothing is written in stone until the season starts. All right. And you know, RJ is expected to replace Reggie Bullock as our top perimeter defensive player. So we're gonna see how that work out. All right, I'm going on. And let me say this. Talking about the defense, and everybody thinking about. Well, I ain't saying everybody, but you know, the pundits, them experts, and league talk that the defense will suffer. But I don't think our super coach Tom Thibodeau gonna let that happen. I don't think so, because like I said, the Knicks are still one of the best defensive teams on paper. That's one of the reasons, because we re-signed Nerlens Noel, and Mitchell Robinson is coming back from injury. So that's really going to help the Knicks out on defense. You know what I'm saying? Especially. We're going to see who the starter is. It don't make a difference who start. Both of them players, we already know what they can do on defense. So we shouldn't lose that much on defense. But we might have a slip. We might slip more. We was ranked number 4 last year. I can see us slipping to number 7, maybe 10 with Tom Thibodeau as our head coach. And maybe he can work us into 6 because of the players of Reggie Bullock and Elfrid Payton's status. You know, because Elfrid Payton used to guard point guards. We may talk about his offense and his assist ratio. But he was very effective on defense with opposing team starting point guards. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with Mitchell Robinson coming back, this whole video is about Julius Randle being very excited and feeling confident. And Julius been out there working. And one of the things he's been working on is his inside game and shooting off the dribble. And he been training with, what's his trainer name? Tyler, Ralph. I can't pronounce it. But he's expecting less double teams, so I know he's really excited. And I can see Julius Randle having a better year. Like, he averaged 24 points this year. I could see him averaging 28, close to 30 points. If Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, and I'm not going to forget my boy Star Barrett, they all come in this season and do what I hope they do. That I hope the rest of y'all Knicks fan hope they do. Julius Randle should have a more comfortable season, doing what he do best, scoring. He's not a bad defensive player. That's why I'm saying I don't think the defense is going to fall off too much, because Julius Randle was never really compared to be a real defensive player. So Tom Thibodeau have come in here and he earned that award of being the coach of the year, because think of these guys and how he had them playing defense and offense. Well, I'm looking forward to next year. I know y'all looking forward to next year. With that being said, I want y'all to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.